Hi everyone, this is Saima, lifestyle blogger, intuitive counselor, and your life coach. My today's video is on a request of a mother who has been very disturbed and hurt, and due to the family's name and the background, the names have been kept hidden. I have titled this true, shocking, and a very eye-awakening story as "And she loved a little boy more than she loved herself." Dear friends, this is a true story of a mother who belonged to a rich and aristocratic family, but being the ninth youngest child was neglected by her own siblings and her mother. She was married at an early age of 19 and from day one was never accepted by her in-laws, where her husband was under the influence of his own mother and his family. She learned all the housework herself. She was treated worse than a servant. She used to request her husband to spend time with her, but ended up always getting beaten up brutally on her request of giving a little bit of time. He used to take out his stress of financial problems and his womanizing on this lady. Since she did not have any family support, she decided to stay back with her husband and her in-laws and do the best or the most she could. As time passed, she bore 2 daughters, after which she was threatened to leave the husband or accept another woman to bear a son. As God wanted, she did bear a son. And since the funds were limited, the daughters were not given the best or any proper education, whereas the son was always given the priority of good education, comfort, pampering, love, attention, and was always kept away from the responsibilities of the house or of the domestic violence that used to take place, and the daughters used to sort it out or get mentally disturbed by it. She raised her 3 kids in the best possible manner which any good mother would do. After leading an imprisoned life with her husband, the children grew up. Her daughters got settled abroad with their husbands. She started fearing her life more, knowing that her son was getting married and she would be left with her brutal husband. So she opted for a peaceful separation and lived with her one and only son, whom she cherished the most after her father. But unfortunately, her son's wife and her family from day one started brainwashing the son against the mother and the family. He started developing a hatred towards the parents, the sisters, and with her manipulation and cunningness, she used different strategies to play the victim of being the miserable one that her mother-in-law is trying to create stress for her, creating problems for her to start her own family. This mother was mistreated to the most unimaginable extent while she was staying with with her son and his wife. She was given one small room to stay where she got her own groceries, she cooked her own food, she washed and dried her own clothes, cleaned her own room. Worse than a prisoner. She would hear the laughter of her son and his wife and would step out to talk or to joke or to share just a normal day's routine. But the moment she would come out, they would ignore with an attitude, making lame excuses of having a headache or stress. With further time passing by, the son's wife got pregnant and she bore a daughter. After that, they wanted the mother, as she was staying there, who was also suffering from severe arthritis, nerve pains, severe muscle aches, and her bones, to be honest, had given up. After working all her life and being beaten up, she does admit that she does suffer from severe anxiety disorder and depression. She has no one to look after her today even. One fine day, when her son was in their office, the daughter-in-law was busy on the phone and the child started crying in the pram. So being around, the mother went, or rather rushed, to hold the child. And the daughter-in-law immediately blasted like a volcano that she has no relationship with her son or her child and the children to come. She is a nobody. She threw her hand away and asked her to leave in later hours of the evening. Luckily, in those days, one of this mother's daughter was on vacations in the country. So she requested her father, who was already separated with the mother, to bring her to her or his house and look after her for some time, hoping that one fine day, probably it's a misunderstanding with the son, will come and he will take her back home. It's been years. It's been months. Days, events passed by, festivals passed by, occasions passed by. The son has not bothered to call her up or ask how she is. She has been crying each and every passing day and night, calling her son to visit her at least once a month. The so-called son, who's happily married, leading a peaceful life with children of his own, with his wife, claims he's too busy in his life with a lot of stress. And till date, she has been requesting him to come and collect the gifts she has been collecting all these years. It's been more than 2 years, to be honest, as I've been told. So today this mother comes to me and she has given me a note written by her to be said so that her son would know, or the world would know. She says, "My dear son, it's been long enough. My eyes wait to see your face, to hear from you. I do miss you so much. And God knows alone. I have only done and wished the best for you, your wife, and your children. When you were little, I held your hand, held you so close to my heart, sacrificed my own happiness, and suffered, longing that one day you would never let go of this hand." She says, "I'm proud of you and happy for your family to be able to provide them with a comfortable, loving, and a luxury lifestyle." She is not upset, she says. She says, "I'm not angry. I am only hurt. And I wish the best in life to come for him. I want him to know I shall not call or disturb, and not to worry, as I shall not return to disturb the peace of your wife, your children, and you." And being a mother, I only pray and I will always send my blessings to you. That's what the note said. And the last line she added was, "You are the most beautiful thing I will always keep inside my heart." This story has brought a lot of question marks for me, for you, for the world. I believe, and I'm sure all my listeners do believe, how valuable a mother is, how valuable our parents are. We should respect them, love them. When we get angry, we always turn around to our mothers and we say, "We never asked to be born in this world." My humble request to all the younger generation would be not to use impolite statements and words. Be polite, because karma does come back. What you do with your mother, it shall come back to you. For this mother, she still feels that the bond she has is a special bond with her son, which is unchanged by time, by distance. It's an unconditional love that she has for him. She has the understanding of his every situation and has forgiven him for his mistakes. I believe that is what truly a mother is. Today we have the old age homes. Is it a blessing or a disgrace? Today this mother lives with her separated husband and again being verbally, not physically anymore, but verbally disgraced, mistreated till date. I ask my viewers, my listeners, anyone and everyone, what sin is it to bear a child? And how sinful and shameful can a son be towards his mother? Be it no matter what good or bad she has done. We can only pray, and I only pray, this son does realize and comes and asks forgiveness to his mother, gives her a big hug which she has been longing for, as this is what she asks for. And my humble message to all the girls who are already married or who are going to get married very soon, just remember one thing: you are getting married to a man whose mother bore that son or that child. Be respectable, be loving, be humble. Don't be arrogant. Don't be materialistic. And have fear of God. What goes around does come around. A mother will never curse, or a mother will never hurt a child, that is for sure. A mother prayer can do wonders, miracles rather. I hope my message is taken seriously and a positive way, and I would like to know the comments. You can personal message me if you feel comfortable. What should be the solution for this mother? What should be told to this son, to his wife, who is so much engulfed by her own mother and her own family? She has no fear. She doesn't believe in God, I think. Because her actions obviously state something totally different. I leave it to my clients, my viewers, my listeners to share this shocking and a disturbing event and suggest and do suggest what should she do. Should she just keep on keeping quiet, struggling, getting mistreated by her partner, her ex-husband, whatever you would call it as? Or should this suffering come to an end in a very positive and a good manner? I leave it to you. On this note, I take your leave and we'll be back shortly with more and another true story. Take care, stay blessed, be humble, be polite, and whoever is listening this, just give your mothers a big hug. Thank you.